Okay. Everything is working. So I love that we have another Immortal player posting. But for now we will go ahead and see Jin's VODs.
Go sit in a bush and eat mayonnaise for 30 minutes to unlock the Barrett M82. Yeah. Lovely. Do you play extraction shooters?
No.
What the
Would
fuck?
you want to?
No.
Good answer, nephew.
This guy needs to like shut up.
Game ever.
Okay, since we have Valorant Tracker downloaded, like fucking noobs, let's actually try and use the information we're presented with here to try and maybe get a slightly better idea for what to expect in this upcoming game. So, let's see. We have Miles Edgeworth, our duo, who has a decent win rate, decent KD. Damage per round is also pretty decent, almost 1 kill per round on average. Damage delta per round 11, so okay, very nice. Headshot percentage. Oh, this is where it's pretty bad. So here's something that we can exploit already. If we know that one of our teammates is using the Ares, shotguns, Odins, whatever, what we can do is we can play off them using weapons like the Marshall. Maybe we can double up with them with a shotgun, and maybe we can use kind of shock darts to help them kind of get the kills easier whenever they're playing like light machine guns or shotguns and stuff like that. And it really does make kind of chipping away at the enemy much more valuable, basically. So that is something we can kind of pay attention to, for example. Next up, okay, we are all pretty much diamond. This is just diamond elo, very cool. And the reason it's diamond elo, the reason this is not ascendant, is because this guy kind of sucks. This guy actually kind of sucks. Like, he does not win his games. He's got a very shitty KD. Not shitty, but, you know, very average. This is not how we climb in Valorant, so this person is most likely not climbing, considering his win rate and his KD. At least in the current moment, based on, you know, these 10 games. Next we have us. Our KD, pretty average as well. This is not exactly great. Our win rate is also pretty shit. So already we should be trying to think about, okay, what can we do with our gameplay to really flip things around, you know? And okay, we have slightly better damage per round than our duo. However, we're not winning as much. So yeah, I wonder why. Headshot percentage is pretty high, but this is very high. Like, you don't need anything above like 30%. So, again, this is probably the same. This is just coming back to the same feedback I gave you in the past, which is we are probably aiming for the head a little bit too often, and we're probably not using weapons like shotguns, Ares, which we probably should be using more often as well. These will naturally bring our headshot percentage down to something like 25%. But overall, we're not doing badly in the past 10 games, so it's whatever. Player 4, average KD, very bad win rate. Damage per round is really good, so maybe this player does really aggress, but doesn't really win their fights. So maybe we will want to pay attention to, okay, why is this player not really winning their games? You know, past 10 games he's actually winning. Like, past 10 games he won. So he's actually on a decent, like, not streak, but, you know, he's on a roll. You know, he is on a roll. So maybe it's kind of an outdated win rate, you know? Maybe the win rate looks like at, like, the past 20 games or something. But recent games, very good, right? So we can probably expect them to, you know, kind of boost our odds of winning more than not, you know? Most likely, anyway. But still, we might want to pay attention to the fact he has the lowest win rate on our team. Player 4 is not them. Who is player 4? Player 4 is Chamber. Chamber is player 4. So we want to pay attention to this Chamber, and we will probably want to see how we can capitalize off them to maybe, bring our win percentage slightly higher, definitely the guy to kind of focus on, and okay, the Sova, he's got pretty shit win rate, pretty shit KD, okay, headshot percentage, but they also have the most recent biggest losses, 2 wins, 8 losses, 4 lose streak. This player has slightly higher chances of being tilted. Now, when I'm talking about this stuff, it's really just like plus or minus 1%, this doesn't really change how the game will actually be played. Like, that's the thing about Valorant Tracker, is like, we're just kind of making very unlikely to change anything deductions based on these stats, which is why most coaches just recommend to uninstall this shit, just uninstall Valorant Tracker, because it's just a distraction. Even if we make use of this information, it most likely will not be reliable enough data to actually make it where, okay, we will not, like I said 100% earlier for one thing, but it's not 100%. It's like, maybe we're going to be 1% more likely to have to pay attention to our chamber. 1% is not much. It really isn't. We're better off focusing that 1% in other areas instead. Especially if our chamber or anyone else with a shitty win rate on the team will not be, kind of easy to play with. A lot of the time, chamber players, Reyna players, they even Jet players, they will put themselves in like positions that like their teammates cannot necessarily support them in, because they have these capabilities that are quite insane, and they really allow them to kind of overextend into really impossible angles, and then just dash away, dismiss away, teleport away, and just live for free, right? So supporting these players is not always easy, and it often comes with risks. So yeah, but what I would be looking for in terms of the Sova is, okay, this player is most likely to be the tilted player of our team, yeah? Because he's been losing quite a lot. In my opinion, it's not a lot. Literally nothing. 10 games is nothing. So losing 8 out of 10 games to me is nothing, and it should be nothing to this player, but obviously that's not what we should expect of a ranked player. So I think instead of focusing on our chamber, I would actually focus on our Sova instead. He very likely will be tilted, and he doesn't really have the best KD, so he might not be able to solo carry, right? In which case, if he's not a player who can solo carry in this elo, maybe he can solo support, or team support, not solo, but maybe he can support us instead. If he's responsive to comms, that would be great. That would really convert things around where his low KD really would not matter towards the outcome of the game. Even if he goes like, 8 kills, 16 deaths, just feeding the enemy, that's fine, as long as he's, as long as we're communicating to our Sova to provide certain utility for us, and we are playing off of that utility correctly and properly, and allowing ourselves to really capitalize off the information his utility is creating for us, or the timings his utility is creating for us. But that would be like kind of the ideal case scenario. Obviously, we have to see how our Sova is actually playing, because if he's tilted, maybe he's going to go no comms for this game, in which case, obviously, we can't expect much from them if they can't hear us. But yeah, apart from that, if we look at the actual team comps, we have kind of a duelist type team composition. We have Chamber, Jet, Reyna. This is very typical for ranked, so it's nothing crazy. It's pretty standard, especially in today's Valorant. Brimstone, Sova, normal, pretty typical.
Summit, I hate this map so much. So fucked up.
Money, money, every day.
Okay, let's look at the enemy team compositions now. So because we have a very duelist type team composition, we most likely will want to rush, but let's actually see what the enemy team comps are. They don't have a sentinel. Amazing. So this really helps us in this case. This is really beneficial for us because we have that duelist type team comp, so we can literally just explode onto the bomb sites. We can just take fights, just push bomb sites directly in that case because they don't have a sentinel. This is amazing. Just literally, this is just, if enemy doesn't have a sentinel, just push. Just push a bomb site, bro. Like, fuck mid. We probably don't want to go mid. Like, 9 times out of 10, we're probably not gonna want to go mid. We're gonna want to just go directly to the bomb sites because the thing about having a duelist type or aggression type team composition is, if the enemy doesn't have a sentinel on their defense, if we're gonna push a bomb site, we're pretty much always going to push and end up in like a 5v3, 5v2 scenario. And we're just going to have a massive numbers advantage onto the enemy. And then as long as we play the post plant correctly, and we refrag, and we do all that shit, and we create space, and whatever, maybe we go aggressive and take some additional picks by throwing the enemy off guard, and actually, you know, kind of understanding how we can fuck up the enemy in our current rank. That's going to really help us win this game. So, yeah, the enemy has a Reyna, the enemy has a Jet, and the enemy has a Clove. So already there's a few possibilities here. We could be waiting out the enemy Clove smokes, for instance, because Clove smokes don't really last that long. So that's one possibility. Another thing is they still have kind of an aggressive type team composition. They are going to have to aggress us if they want to have better chances of winning the game because of the fact they don't have a sentinel. Otherwise, we will just be able to just shut them down and push them and fuck them up on the actual bomb sites. So we can expect maybe the Fade with the Jet, or the Fade with the Reyna, or just the Fade and Jet, Fade and Clove, something like that. To be aggressing maybe the mid area of the map. Maybe someone's going to be flanking us quite a lot because they kind of have to if they want to have a chance at winning the retakes with the numbers disadvantage. So we can maybe expect that, even though we do have trips for flank. So our chamber staying alive could be pretty important. We won't necessarily want our chamber to be lurking mid. Instead, we might want him to just be staying alive so that his trip can stay up. But otherwise, we just push the bomb sites, and it will be a pretty simple game. It is Frankfurt, so we should expect pretty brainless behavior from our teammates and enemies. And what else can we pick out? They have a Sky, they have a Fade, so they're running like a double initiator team composition, so we can expect that maybe the Sky and Fade are going to play on opposite bomb sites, and they will get information on either bomb sites for their team. If that happens, we can expect the enemy will be fast rotating quite a lot, because they should expect us to be hard committing to the bomb sites because of the fact they don't have a sentinel, and they should be able to gather information quite early on that we are going to commit to a certain bomb site. In which case, faking would be ideal in this case. Maybe maybe faking, or maybe just faking presence, but maybe it's just like a chamber, you know, just always destroying the enemy utility, making them guess how many of us are in the main areas of the maps. So like A main, B main, and just trying to, you know, be a little bit more tricky, but still focusing on these main areas of the maps, like A main or B main. But this is just what the enemy could do, you know. Chances are they will not be doing this kind of thing, so we might just be able to get like 3 bomb site hits onto the enemy. In that case, yeah, it should be a pretty easy game, depending on how the enemy plays it, with the agents they have chosen. Obviously, the players we can expect to be peeking early are the enemy Jet and the enemy Reyna.
Anyone hungry? Lunch on Brimstone after this.
But based on all of this, where would I go first round of the defense half, I would probably go towards the A side. And the reason for that is because the enemy does not have a chamber, which means that these really long range fights will be really beneficial for you. If you bought like a sheriff or something, these long range fights will be very beneficial. The enemy is most likely to just rush like a close range area of the map, so we can totally expect. Also, I'm on my main browser, whatever. We can totally expect that the enemy is gonna do something like where is Summit? This is gonna be like a standard pistol round strategy that like players in ranked should be utilizing pretty often, which is they will smoke this and they will smoke this, or they will one-way this, and that's pretty much gonna allow them to push onto the bomb site pretty easily, and get some really close range fights. So yeah, for this reason, being on these boxes could be a good idea. You might be able to see over the smoke, so that's one idea. Another idea is maybe we could try and pick the enemy early here, try and fall back, and try and play from this spot here onto the enemy before dashing backwards, you know? So we like reposition, we dash backwards, you know, just some idea, just some random ideas. Also, we might be able to exploit the fact that the enemy might not one-way this, and we might be able to hold from the top of the boxes here on an off angle with something like a sheriff, you know, tag the enemy once, reposition, stuff like that. That's just one idea, but I'm totally expecting the enemy to push the A side here, because on the B side, there's just like way too many angles. Even if the enemy smokes correctly, it's like we still get this peek in. We can still be playing from, you know, from far here, and they don't really have a chamber, so they don't really have a good way to take care of these angles. So if we have a sheriff, we can take some really nice 145 things here. Alternatively, you know, there's this angle, there's this angle that we can use, and we get kind of an advantage onto the enemy pistols if we buy a sheriff.
Okay.
Obviously, the odds of the enemy actually going A because we don't have a because they don't have a chamber, or because we don't have a chamber, it's you know, it's not that much higher. But in general, players do hit the A site more, whether there's a reason for it or not.
Hello.
So I would really want to try on the grass here. Are we gonna buy shields? What's going on? What are we doing? Are we just gonna keep swapping between Bandit and Ghost? If we're not sure what to buy, we can just go for you know, the close range fight, because either way, like, you're gonna have to take a shot and fall back, right? And if you fall back, you're most likely gonna want to fall back onto the bomb site. And if you're gonna fall back onto the bomb site, maybe we'd prefer a ghost for those situations, right? Potentially. Maybe a ghost, sorry, a ghost, a classic, sorry, a classic. Okay, we have the one-way. Oh, we don't want to just leave the one-way like that.
Go kill them.
Beautiful, though. Beautiful reposition.
Nice.
And, okay, so already there's some information here. I think the enemy Clove tried to one-way the boxes. I'm not too sure. Maybe she just did it randomly, right? But I believe she tried to one-way it. If she didn't, then we could abuse the top of the boxes in future rounds. So we already have some information that the enemy does not one-way that area. So that's very good. And here we're just playing off the one-way. Nice. Let's re-clear. Good re-clear.
One enemy remaining.
Very good. Very nice. Beautiful.
Blocking sight.
Like, obviously we win the round. Very good. I definitely would have stuck around for like a second longer, just holding the one-way, but it's fine. It's whatever. You know, playing your life there is completely fine because your teammates were actually there to support you pretty quickly as well. So
Did you know the
So already we have a lot of information here that, okay, our teammates are supporting us pretty quickly, our Brimstone is one-waying for us, that's great. Another thing to pay attention to is that, as I mentioned previously, our Brimstone doesn't really get as many kills as they get, sorry, our Brimstone kind of has very low headshot percentage, so he deals a lot of damage, doesn't necessarily get the kills, but he does focus on the body, right? And the way we can exploit that is, first of all, we're a duo, so let's play together, right? Second of all, at this point in time, you both could buy up like Marshall, Stingers, Buckies, Judges, and just play kind of your ecos by just holding the same angle together. You know, your
This is a
anti-eco.
type of fish.
So like I really would love to see us kind of force up, first of all. We can actually buy something. Miles Edgeworth. Brimstone. He's laughing because he bought an Ares, I bet. Is that why he's laughing?
It was a big mistake queuing with me because you'll be hearing about the tongue.
Oh, that's why he's laughing.
Sorry.
Okay, but good anti-eco. Beautiful.
Yes.
Let's keep holding. Decent shots. We didn't really buy a Marshall though, which is kind of a big mistake, because with a Marshall we'd be able to spam the smoke a little bit more. And the reason we'd want to buy a Marshall is because they don't have shields. If they do have shields, they're just fucking their economy a little bit. Because they're going to have less money for the next round, which they actually have a chance of winning. This round, they don't have a chance of winning. Also, this smoke is brain dead. Our Brimstone should not be smoking this, because this just denies us the kill here. It denies us information. And even though we just stole the enemy, we do ultimately just want to kill the enemy. Like, we have such a superior advantage in this situation that smoking this just literally is the equivalent of smoking off your operator player as they're holding an angle. I hope we understand the comparison. We just have free kills here, basically. Also, we're holding a bit too high. We need to be holding at crotch level. Whenever we're using snipers and the enemy is just going to get one shot to the body, we want to be holding at crotch level, like at waist level, because it's just one shot. If the enemy crouches, they're not going to crouch under our crosshairs. They're not going to crouch under our bullets. If they were to do the craziest thing of peeking out of the smoke, and you were to flick to the left to try and kill them, and they crouch, you're not going to kill them, and they could actually damage you. Or kill you.
Flashing.
You know, it happens, you know? Like, look, they have a sheriff, so, you know, there was a small chance that they would have one-tapped you, you know, if they dodged your bullet. But very unlikely, obviously.
Sag.
Very unlikely.
I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm gonna go mid.
I got it.
I would... Okay. Good reposition.
One enemy remaining.
It's ultimate. Just yeah.
Hold it,
Oh
just
no,
hold.
please coming to you. Still shifting there.
Did we destroy the doors? I believe we did. Is that an... Yeah. Okay. We damaged the
That's
wall,
it.
but...
Yeah, right side.
Okay, good hold.
Not sure where he is now.
Beautiful.
Yikes, that sucks.
No.
But again, look how high we're holding. This was almost a miss. This was that was actually lucky. The reason it was lucky is because we were not aiming a body level. We're aiming for the head, and like this is exactly what I suspected based on your stats. Is that we're just over prioritizing the headshots when like this could have easily been a miss. And if it's a miss, it makes the outcome of this round a little bit more inconsistent because we're not going to kill the enemy, you know? So we definitely want to pay attention to our crosshair placement whenever we have a gun that can just one-shot them, you know? There's no need to be going for headshot here.
Yikes, that
Even though it was a body shot, we were still holding very high.
sucks.
And if they crouch, it's very likely that they dodge our bullet.
Damn right we crushed it.
Damn right.
Yeah, it's every time you pull it out. Okay, we got this. Bonus.
Oh, okay, we're holding so high again. Oh my god, we're holding for fucking... I don't know what we're holding for. Fucking...
Okay, nice, you got this.
We're holding for LeBron James, dude. Like, why?
Retake might be difficult though.
Anyways, this is our bonus retake. This is fine. Because we have a long-range gun, I really would like us to kind of try and peek the long-range angle onto the A side here.
Spike planted.
And just like hold it. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh.
Remaining.
What does your brimstone
I
even
jumped
do?
over his bullets.
But no, this is good. I think our brimstone would really benefit from a retake molly, however. In this scenario, a retake molly would have been amazing. So, for example, we could molly the left side, or we could molly these boxes, or we could molly the on angle here. So let's just take our brimstone. So if we have like a molly lineup from spawn, for let's see, from like maybe here or something, right? If we can like molly something, that would be useful for us. Here for example, that's really nice. Then this is really gonna allow us to kind of push out and take up some other angles, and then also just having some kind of smoke to help us actually push onto the bomb sites. Because if we're not gonna have control of this entire area, they have a lot of angles to abuse onto us. You know, there's this angle, there's this angle, there's this spot here that they can kind of peek from on a timing. They can be here, you know. They can be here, you know. So there's like various angles they can peek from or hold from. So it's kind of difficult. They could also be here technically on this angle, but yeah. But the point is, we need a smoke here or something, and we need to have someone just holding it, you know, as we push out onto the bomb site. And then this is also gonna let us isolate this Reyna, you know. It's gonna let us push up and isolate the Reyna. And the reason I'd smoke, the reason I would molly this is because an enemy can peek out of here at any moment. So smoking this, mollying this, sorry, it does kind of make it easier, you know, as we're pushing. We don't have to be holding this non-stop, you know. We don't have to be holding it 24/7 because an enemy might very likely peek it, you know. Instead, we force the enemy out, you know. We might even want to molly kind of like that instead, just to kind of deny the enemy this cover here. And this is gonna make it where like the enemy will literally be forced into a kill zone right here, and basically they die, you know. And then there's also this tiny spot here that they could be in, but it's a very bad position. It's a very bad position because they're exposed to like 2 different angles at the same time, and even if they're not, you know, they are still gonna be kind of stuck here basically, unless they fall back into like a different angle, you know, like here, where the spike would not be planted for them necessarily. Depends where they planted. Where did they plant? They planted here. Okay, so it was not planted for them basically.
Such a baller.
And our brimstone, I don't know what he smoked, but
One enemy remaining.
he needed to smoke something, you know.
I jumped over his bullet.
And actually, because we had our Sova here, I don't know when he got here, but our Sova was here, so actually smoking or one-waying something would have been fine as well. Maybe he's one-waying, let's see. Maybe one-waying this, or maybe just smoking main, you know, something like that. Because our Sova had it, you know. This would really help our Sova, and does, because no one can shoot us from here in that case, because they're one-wayed, and our Sova gets a nice advantage here with this one-way. So yeah. Alternatively, we could also molly in such a way that it helps our Sova. So maybe instead of this molly to help us, maybe we wanna molly like that to help our Sova more, right? Because in that case, the Sova cannot get peeked from here, and the enemy is forced out into the open. So it's like the enemy is just at a disadvantage here in that case.
Bullets.
And our Sova can really kind of take care of them in that
Such a
case.
baller.
So it's just kind of a few ideas to think about.
What the fuck? Ugh.
And this could be stuff that you could be coming to your Brimstone as well, Jin.
Spoil the party.
It's much better. It's beautiful. Holy shit.
This one is that.
I expected better of them.
Okay, we're buying up. Fine.
Because it's the same color that me, yes.
The thing I like, however, is what did we have last round? Let's see. Also, did we die? We did die. Okay, so we died. That's fine, actually. That's fine.
I like the variant. I
Perfectly
love
fine.
cyan and turquoise.
I would play the operator.
Because it's the same color.
Okay, so if you ask your Brimstone to smoke, I think there's multiple ways to play this, but one good way is obviously we peek early, right? Or we peek on a timing. I would actually peek here on a timing. I would wait for the enemy Skydog or something, and then I would peek, because this is a really tricky angle to play. The enemies have a very fast timing peek here onto you. If we just take the footstep feature and we go Vandal, the enemy can peek you here in 1.5 seconds. And whilst you do beat them, you do end up in an on angle. I'm reviewing Jin again, but next time I'm gonna review Gooby, and he is a former Immo 3 player, hardstock Immo 1 / Ascendant 3. I'm kind of looking forward to reviewing him. But right now I'm gonna review him because it's just a bit more interesting. And a little bit easier as well. Like in the heat wave, I kind of struggle to think as much. So, and it's not yet hot, as hot as it is gonna be. So, but yeah, whilst we do beat them here, it's still we don't want to stay here, you know. And then if we use our dash here, it's not gonna be the greatest because we're not gonna have a dash for like something else. I would really take a timing peek here. This is fine, you know, it's not the worst, you know, with an op, but it's just like, we've already seen our Sky flashing these early angles, enemy Sky. And if we're gonna get flashed by the enemy initiator, keep in mind they have double initiator, so they have Sky and Fade. So this may not necessarily be the best option. Instead, we do want to try and play a bit more safe, wait for the enemy utility, and then see if we can catch this timing here based off of the Skydog or whatever else they might send in your direction. So if it's like a flash, you know, we want to dodge the enemy flash and then peek, basically. Just nullifying the value the flash creates by getting a kill instead, or getting a pre-fire instead. I would pre-fire this, just because it's such a fast timing here. Like by the time the enemy flashes, they will already be past this angle here. So they are already going to be staring at you from here, basically.
Color that me, yes.
What the hell is... Okay. Alright.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But I believe, knowing us, we're just gonna peek. Oh, double chamber. Oh, double up? No, okay, we're just... This is not good. This is... No. It's too late at this point to be repositioning. Just play with your chamber. Because right now, what you've effectively done was you saw your chamber wants to fight here, and you ran away from him. Why are we running away from a teammate who wants to fight? We're effectively baiting the chamber. I know he has an escape ability, but he's obviously not gonna be guaranteed to teleport away here after a shot. But this time, luckily, he did teleport away in time. Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. Beautiful. That was perfect. Masterclass. I loved that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. Amazing. That truly did. I've never seen better gameplay. Let's just replay that a few times. We literally shook. If you look at my mouse cursor, we did that, like, What is that? Like, when we're aiming, we really want to avoid tensing up. And if we can't avoid tensing up, just, you know, like, maybe try a different grip. For example, the fingertip grip. It takes some time getting used to, but it does make it harder to tense up because your muscles are, you know, you're not using all your muscles in your palm to use the fingertip grip. So maybe that's something we could try, you know, if we're not already. If we are using the fingertip grip or claw grip, whatever you want to call it, then I cannot tell you what the problem here is in that case. Like, we just need to get our aim under control because we, like, what is that? Why are we so shaky?
Smoke's down.
Let's play that in slow speed. Because that is so shaky, dude. Oh my god. And here, at this point, you hear the jet dash. I know this is difficult in the moment, but you need to expect the enemy to try and catch a timing on you now. So us pulling out our classic is not a bad instinct. We should have bought a shorty. I keep telling you to buy a shorty. You're not buying shorty. Okay, you're not requesting a shorty from your teammates. You know, like, you probably had a teammate who could have afforded to buy you the shorty. So yeah, unlucky that we don't apply the advice. But with a shorty, you can kill the jet here. With the sheriff, you can kill the jet here. Alternatively, the better instinct given your weapon here would be to one-way it or smoke yourself and wait. Did my monitor just crash or did my entire system just crash? Oh, okay, we're back. My system did not crash, luckily. Okay, it was just my monitor for some reason. Okay, so yeah, just smoke this, you know, smoke yourself. You have ult as well, like, keep that in mind. You have ult, like, so we're not weaponless here, you know. After we take a shot with Yop, it's fine. Like, we have time here to react to the enemy dashing onto us. So I'm not sure why we've you know, pulled out our classic when we can have our knives out. We can have smokes keeping us alive. We also have dash, you know. So after we smoke, we can maybe go for some kind of play with our ult and the dash. You know, playing off of our Reyna here. But instead, we just sit on the on angle because this is an on angle. This is literally the first angle that the enemy is gonna pre-aim. And you stood exactly in it. Like, this is literally the most common angle that the enemy is gonna aim at as they peek this. So, yeah. So let's maybe avoid that. And let's tuck. If the goal is to stay alive, we tuck. And then we, you know, at the same time, we're pulling out our classic. We're smoking ourselves off. Or shorty, you know, we smoke ourselves off. And then we try and close the distance, maybe. You know, maybe then we want to smoke it. Close the distance, you know. Or one-way them, you know, something, right? If we one-way here, it's gonna be fine. We can jump at them in that case. Or we smoke ourselves here, and then we try and, you know, close the distance with a shorty, you know, peeking them right in the face, you know, something like that, you know, just responding to the enemy, basically. Just however you respond to the enemy, you need to respond in some way that's more than just pulling out your secondary. Kill him!
Reyna sucks.
Kill him! Good comms. Kill him, bro. Kill him. Very good Reyna. Very good Reyna trade.
Right back.
Yes.
What was our Brimstone doing when we died? Let's see. When we died, what was our Brimstone doing? Our Brimstone was doing nothing. Okay. So now coming to our Brimstone. Dude. Dude, how long is this round? Dude. There we go, there we go. Yeah, our Brimstone just... Our... Brimstone. Come on. Did we destroy the doors? We did not. We didn't even destroy the doors, so we could have held the angle with our jet. Like, we're so unaware, dude. We can literally help our jet here. Like, why are we rotating? Why are we rotating, bro? We have a chamber trip that's gonna stall them. We have 2 of our teammates here holding with the chamber trip. This is not the first time you make this mistake. Like, there's no reason for us to rotate, really. This is a complete throw from your end. They're not pushing the bomb sites. They're not. They're really
Oh,
not.
that sucks.
We don't need to be on B. We really don't need to be on B. But we need to be with the next teammate who could die. That would have been our Reyna or our Jet. There's no other possibilities. Dude, how long is this round? Or did I just skip past the round or something? I'm so confused. How long is this round?
Planted. Enemy remain.
Did I skip a round by accident?
think you are.
What happened?
I think he waited.
That was such a long round. Oh my god.
Rich. If you just don't have.
Okay, where are we gonna play? Where are we gonna play?
I'll use the raid.
I don't know about stacking with our chamber. We should be able to rotate to our chamber based on the fact that like he has a trip, and he can hold the trip, and like we have some time, so we can go and apply Viscos's playbook, which is on my Discord, where we play towards the A link slash whatever this is, whatever this area is called, and we just rotate after the enemies take contact with our chamber. We don't need to be here
Spam
yet.
spot, like Dave talked about, because spot, like the spam spot, the spam. I'll use the radiant, the spam spot, like Dave talked about, because apparently everything that's good is radiant. Fucking genius.
Yeah, everything that's good is Radiant, yeah. Radiants use everything that's good. So, yeah, it is Radiant. Like, if you use everything that's good in your games, you are gonna be Radiant. Yeah, that's how it works.
Maybe mid.
And, like, we should have been mid. We should have been mid. Like, we don't need to be here with a chamber. He has a nice setup to stall the enemy and take contact, and we're gonna get early info here. So, there's... we're not holding anything right now, basically. This is pointless. Absolutely pointless, dude. We don't need to be here.
One mid.
Like,
One is mid.
we've given up so much map control right now. Oh, and it's over. It's too late. It's too late. We lost. Like, at this point, we basically lost the round because the enemy has all this control here. They have so many lurk opportunities now. They also have control of this area now. They don't have to hit this bomb site, but they can force your teammates to rotate to this bomb site, and then they can go to the B site. So we're really fucked now. We are so fucked. Holy shit. It's good that the Sova destroyed the doors because there could be a lurker.
I've got your trail.
Hello.
I would take the timing here. Beautiful, and now we fall back.
Anything yet?
Where?
There's no chance of
Anything
lurker
yet? No
anymore.
info?
The Reyna was too slow. We just need to hold Link. I don't know why we keep repositioning. Our chamber has it. Like, it's fine.
Launching smoke.
I don't know what we're doing, but... Like, legit. Just hold Link,
No info.
you win.
Skydog.
Like, in this situation, again, we just hold Link, we win. Why do we win? Because we maintain control of this area. Chamber maintains control of this. In which case... Like, we basically have everything we need to know, like, if there's any enemies anywhere apart from on the bomb site. Here. Or here. They can't be anywhere else in that case. We are simplifying the round so much. And... But now, like, the enemy could be anywhere. So, like, are they actually going to the bomb site? Or are they, maybe, you know...
Came from
Or are they going to kill your Brimstone in a second? Or are you going to die in a second? Because they could be right around the corner.
TBB. TB.
It's so risky. Like, so risky, dude. Like, 2 of you are 1
Spike
HP.
planted.
And we've given up all the space.
Hello. Just bait me.
I'm low as well.
Fuck.
And we're holding very high with the AWP.
Wait.
Notice how we have to do this kind of a... Notice how we did like this kind of like... Here's our crosshair, and then we have to do like this kind of movement. Downwards. This is not like a consistent way to aim. Let's ignore the fact I drew something else for a second. Like, what you want to do is you want to aim. This is the enemy's legs. And this is the enemy. We want to aim somewhere here. And then, if we're off, if our cursor is here and we're off, we have a nice, simple, you know, horizontal movement. And this is all we have to do. This is all we have to do. If this is not what your flicks on the operator look like, then you need to work on it, because it's a very simple movement. You should be able to do this. And I don't even do aiming, you know. I'm not an aim player, so this is it's a bit bad.
Backside.
Lock in sight.
Fuck, okay.
Decent smoke, letting us cross a little bit.
One is behind
Molly
here.
displaced them. Oh wow.
Nice.
Oh, now you're okay. Now you have no chance of actually winning this fight.
Stick.
That's not a good stick. NT.
He missed me. He missed all his bullets.
Last player standing.
No
Nice.
way.
I took the bullet. I took the bullet for you.
Nice.
No way you win that. That was so terribly played. Oh my god. No way. Okay. So here, your Brimstone needs to get on this. Oh, actually, never mind. Your Brimstone is also 1 HP. Shit. Okay. How do we play this if both of you are low HP? Okay, never mind. I completely forgot our Brimstone is low HP as well. Okay. How do we play this if our Brimstone is low HP? Shit. That's difficult. You definitely want to catch him as they're spamming smoke. After you tap spike, I don't think you want to stick the spike.
One enemy remaining.
I think that was just very lucky.
Just stick.
Yeah, you smoke main.
Stick.
Like you want to smoke main. You can curve your smokes, so you can smoke main. You can very easily smoke main here, and then dash to cross, and then we dash, and then after we dash and tap the spike, we can peek. You know, we can peek, or you can just dash for cross, and then you can smoke, and then peek, so that you're holding your smoke. You know, so like maybe you want to one-way it here instead. So maybe after we dash, we want to one-way the edge here, and then we want to peek, you know, maybe. So one way from behind these boxes. Maybe that's what you want to do. There could be like a lineup here or something that you could use, you know. There's like one of those scenarios where a jet lineup maybe could be useful, you know, just to one-way the left edge here, and then this will let you peek, and essentially as you're peeking, you have a really nice easy fight here, because you're playing off a one-way, and if the enemy peeks you from the right side, you're also pre-aiming for the right side angle as well here, you know, thanks to what the one-way is letting you do here. But without the one-way, you know, it's kind of more unclear where to pre-aim, because they could be on the left side or they could be on the right side. In that case, you know, it's less clear where to pre-aim. But with the one-way, very simple situation, you know, very simple peek.
He missed me.
Last player standing.
Nice.
And here we can actually see, you know, this in action, essentially. If there was a one-way here, if you one-way this, you could pre-aim the right side very easily, and then the left side would not even be a worry, you know? And then all you have to do is left click.
I took the bullet for you.
Nice.
But the enemy instead was dumb and just wide swung.
Good shit.
So whatever. If they wide swing like that, pre-aiming you just nowhere near where you were, then yeah, you know, you're gonna get a kill. But
Anyone have
that Sky is just bad. That Sky
a point
is
in shin?
literally just bad.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Why are you Vandal? I have ulti.
Don't worry.
They have Fade ult, they have Clove ult. We should expect a rush, which means that if we're not sure which bomb site they're gonna hit, just start mid. You know, if we expect them to hit B, which they likely will, you know, like start B. You know, simple. Where are we gonna go? Mid is
Will
fine
not
because we
be
can rotate to B very
Ready
quickly.
for my lineups on attack.
But notice how we don't have chamber on B, right? So if the enemy pushes now, you need to respond to their footsteps instantly. Okay, let's rotate now. Let's rotate. Just rotate. Just rotate. Just rotate. Just they're gonna rush. They're gonna rush. They're gonna fade ult.
Enemy spotted me.
Shit, that but it does let us cross. Good dash. Not the most useless dash that I've seen you make. That I've seen you use. But okay, now we can just hold. Peek of the Sova ult. This Sova is so bad. Oh, see how high we're holding. We almost got punished for us holding so fucking high. Almost. You would not be happy if you died there. And yeah, okay, we were having like ping issues, connection issues, but you know the point is, if you miss your shot, it doesn't matter if you were lagging or not. If it had nothing to do with the lag, right? Like you get this shot even if you're lagging. You know, as long as you're just holding at crunch level.
Spike planted.
Coming with you.
Out of here. My ult's ready.
You had your fun.
Launching smoke.
My turn.
Taken out. Revealing area.
Okay, what did we talk about so far? We talked about okay. I'm not really sure what to say here. Like when we rotated away from the chamber, like what is the inherent issue here? It's because we're indecisive, I think. Also, maybe I in fact would want some retake mollies. Like, it's genuinely frustrating that, like, Einfak makes these very basic mistakes that, like, he's already committed a million fucking times. Like, it's like, this is why he's not a good duo, because he doesn't learn from his mistakes. Like, it takes him so long to, like, adapt his gameplay. It legit, it's just too long. Like, you're gonna be repeating the same thing to him, and he's not gonna listen. Like, he's just not gonna listen. So, this is the only note I'm gonna make to him.
Last player standing. One.
What actually happened this round? Because I was writing the note.
Revealing area.
Alright, we did this, right? Okay.
One enemy.
Popping gold at this point in time is troll, but whatever. I'm just gonna skip past this round because it's like, it's obvious
Quiver is never.
what the issue was here. We should have just saved. Can we actually start somewhere useful? Are we backside?
Get out of my way.
Face your fear.
Hey,
Okay, go. Holy shit.
Hello.
This is what I mean, like, if we're not sure where they're gonna go, just
Guess on me.
start mid, rotate
I've
mid.
got your trail.
Oh, Brimstone's AFK. Well, I don't need rotate. Yo, Brimstone, wake up. Brimstone, wake up.
Spike planted.
Brimstone, wake up, rotate. Swing? Nah. Okay, having ult here would have been really nice against this Guardian, but also how we take this fight is just not good. So we're giving ourselves the angles disadvantage, first of all, instead of going wide. Second of all, we have our dash here. Why don't we go wide? We can't use our dash from this position. There's no good way to use dash in this position. Literally, we just, like, locked ourselves. Like, we checkmated ourselves here. Like, checkmating the enemy? Nuh-uh. Checkmating ourselves? Yeah! Let's go a little bit wider, maybe. Let's, you know, try and take some kind of timing onto the enemy here by swinging them aggressively, you know? If we miss a shot, we can then dash into this wall, and then we can play this scenario this way, because after that, we've already taken the opportunity, right, to use our dash and to take a free shot onto the enemy. And then after we dash, okay, now we can get into this fight here, and maybe we can try finessing the enemy somehow. Maybe we can try and use the smoke here also to create some angle threats, because another thing is, when we're here, we can totally just, you know, smoke this and force the enemy to just worry about multiple angles, because we could pick them from, like, so many angles, dude. We can pick them from here, right? We can pick them from here. We can pick them from here, and it's like, you know, they're gonna have to react to, you know, where we peek them from. Alternatively, we can smoke again if we have two smokes. So if we have another smoke, we can use it to also smoke here, and now that creates, you know, problems for the enemy, because now, it's not just us being able to, you know, come out literally anywhere. We can enter into the second smoke, first of all, and the enemy is going to be smoked off, right? The enemy Reyna is right here, roughly. And first of all, we're smoking them off. But second of all, we're allowing ourselves to exit, right, into these small cubbies here. So we're not only creating the possibility of pushing the Reyna inside of the smoke. If the Reyna pushes us, we probably kill her because she's peeking into us, into a smoke. If she falls off, that's a mistake on her part now, because we can literally be peeking her from, you know, from the left. So we can peek her from here. We can peek her from here. We can peek her from here. Or we can peek her from inside of our smoke, right? So she has literally every single angle to worry about now. Every single angle. There's not a single angle where, like, she can just pre-aim us, right? But now, the way we took this fight, she was able to pre-aim us very accurately because she only has one angle to worry about. This is all she had to worry about. This is it. That's a very simple fight for her to take, compared to what it could have been. And we have lots of time here, you know, to kind of prep for the fight, you know. We definitely could have gone wide, dashed, smoked, you know. If we had ult, we could have also updrafted above our smokes and you know, just out-aimed the enemy with our movement abilities, our vertical movement ability. But we did not make use of our abilities in this fight. And like, it's as simple as that, you know, like, is this something that I just know from my experience of playing Jett? No, it's just something that is, you know, it happens if you just use your ability. Like, you learn this if you just use your abilities, you know? Like, you will learn this if you literally just go, like, full bullshit mode. Let's go, you know? Like, just make stuff up, and you're probably gonna get it right. If you don't get it right, well, now you'll know what not to do, which is also useful. So, let's say we one-way here. Let's say we one-way this. Let's just say, okay, you had no idea what to do in the moment. You just like one-wayed this wall here, and it just flew past the enemy and didn't do shit to them. Okay, well, now we know what not to do. There's no way to one-way it here, but maybe we can one-way it here. So next time, maybe we're gonna try and one-way this instead, you know? We can curve our walls, by the way, so before we take a fight, we can very easily just curve our walls, our smokes, so we can go, you know, maybe with the lineup it would be more useful, more easy, but yeah, the point is, we can do shit like that, you know, and I wouldn't go for this one way, mostly because it is difficult to throw it consistently, and also, the enemy could still go, like, really far here and see through the one-way, potentially, depending on how you throw it, so if you can get it consistent, yeah, it could be fine, right? If you can't get it consistent, then my idea that I previously talked about would be slightly better. Because also, do note, like, this tunnel here, it widens, right? So this is narrow. Like, this entire tunnel here, it's just narrow, but it gets wider in this spot here. It gets, like, really wide, right? Gets really wide. So you can really use your smokes here to threaten multiple potential peaks. Okay.
I can buy a safe for some shit.
Dogs.
Don't buy off, don't. Yeah, go, you can. You have money.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Listen to them.
Dog B. Fast.
Oh, I would be really careful of mid. Did we spot all of them? Let's see. Reyna, probably no lurker, but Jett likes to lurk. The enemy Jett likes to lurk. Is the enemy Jett there? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, shit, they're so fast.
4 enemies spotted. One could be mid, no? Probably not, actually, because Jett and Reyna are the main lurkers. Flank is good, but we need to knife out. We need to knife out. It's too late for an enemy to peek us here. It's too late. The enemy is not going to be here. Why are we popping dash? What are we wary of? They're planting. They're all on site, fighting our teammates. What?
Last player standing.
Okay. I mean, listen, dude. You just took your time here. Like, we spot the Jett. We spot the Reyna. Knife out. Run. Flank. When do we spot the Jett? Here. We spot the Jett here. At 1 minute 30. Almost. At 1 minute 30. We can flank this really fucking quickly. Like, really quickly. Knife out. Where are we right now? We're here. Right behind the corner. Because all enemies were spotted on the minimap at that point. So, how quickly can we knife out here? 10 seconds, right? And we get to this point in 10 seconds. And from there, we might actually have a good fight with our sheriff as well. It's just like an unintended advantage of being fast. Hello! Welcome, Darkon. So like 1 minute 20 we should be here, right? Like as our teammates backside are creating pressure, which they're not actually, they're kind of scared. So actually, if we're looking now on the minimap, which we should be, which we're not, because we're wary that the enemies are going to rotate for some reason. Like, they're not going to rotate. I'm sorry. Like, we just gave them sight, basically. So, like, we're not really creating pressure. Our Reyna is holding passively. Our Brimstone is doing shit. Not doing shit. So, it's mostly our Sova peeking, but very shyly, right? He's not really trying to overextend. So, like, alternatively, we could just slow down, you know? After that pick, we could slow down until we actually hear the enemy planting, right? Now we can speed up. But notice how I said, okay, it takes us 10 seconds to get here, and we were at 1 minute 30. So 1 minute 20, you could have been in B main. But instead, you know, like, our teammates are not really creating pressure. So either we're going to have to go fast or we're going to have to go super slow.
Spike planted. Last.
And we did neither. So what ended up happening is we just take the most typical flank timing. Like, of course the enemy is going to peek us if we're not doing anything that, you know, would be different from what everyone else does. This is very average timing for a flank from the A side. It's like the enemy is peeking us because they've probably been through this scenario a million times already. You know, this exact timing. That's why they're ready for us. Because we just went into the most obvious timing possible. If we were here, behind this box, if we're behind this box, you know, then it's like, okay, we can hear the enemy take a step. And, you know, we can maybe take a fight on them. Maybe we could take a really nice fast timing, which would guarantee us the kill, right? In less than a second. Once the enemy turns back, you know, less than a second, and we could, but we were just too slow. Our teammates died, you know, like
Damage
it becomes pretty obvious if you're flanking or not, if all your teammates die and you've not been seen yet.
killed any fucking one.
The fight commences.
So that's also why we need to be faster or much slower. But in this scenario, I would just be much faster. We spotted all the enemies on the minimap, just run. Just run.
I'm gonna stay.
I'm gonna.
Why does it? It feels like it just goes by 1 second. So
Hey,
I
can you
try
break
to
the dog?
spam. Can you break the dog, bro? We don't need to dash there. Why are we dashing? Why are we dashing, dude? Why are we dashing? I just don't like how we played this. Just stand in the open. Like, we're so scared, dude. Like, this is just the biggest habit you have. This is the biggest bad habit you have. This is literally what I have to do at this point. Like, I'm not gonna VOD review you any fucking more if you're not gonna fix this habit. This is the easiest shit to fix, but we're just like, I don't know, are we just caught up in the moment? Like, we're just caught up in the entire game. Like, I don't know, it's just something disabling us from just thinking about how we're gonna use our abilities. Like, dude. Like, we're so scared to peek this, dude. Our teammates are creating pressure for us. Our chamber, literally on the right side. Our Reyna, literally on the left side. They have a crossfire. They're distracting the enemies. If we just take our time, swing slowly, they're not gonna expect us. They're not gonna expect us. But we lost the opportunity here. We lost it. Like, the enemies destroyed, pushed up, destroyed the doors. They pushed up.
Tight.
And now your best hope of getting a kill is, like, through the smoke here. Yeah. That's your best odds. And we're holding too high again.
78.
Spike planted.
Your Brimstone's good, at least.
One
At least your
enemy
Brimstone is doing
remaining.
something.
One more.
Shit.
What? Why do you all... Nice, good service.
At least your Brimstone is doing something.
What were they?
Dude. We were just so fucking passive here. I don't even know, dude. What kind of extreme measure can we take? What kind of extreme measure can we take to break out of these habits? Okay, I think I have an idea. I think... Okay. 2 positions. We're gonna keep this playbook extremely simple. We don't need to do our own playbook. Our own playbook is not necessary. I think it's gonna be 2 positions on each bomb site that I'm gonna want you to make use of. 2 positions. Number 1. Maybe 3, actually. 3 positions. Exactly here. Exactly on all these positions. Like that. I think. I'd have to confirm in custom games, but these are going to be the 3 positions you're going to abuse every single time on the A sites. Here are going to be the 3 positions you're going to abuse every single time on the A sites. Or did I say A? Did I say B sites? I meant A sites. A site, and then here's the B site. So for this position, we're gonna abuse this. Let's abuse this. So this is like a triple off angle here, where the threat is here. The threat is here, underneath hell, and on top. So it's like a triple threat, basically. So this is number 1 position that we're gonna abuse. Number 2 position that we're gonna abuse. Now, I don't like this position, but I think we have to abuse it. I think there's no other choice. Maybe even more, actually. Maybe even here. How's that? The timing doesn't quite work out, but if we keep going wide, it should. So let's just confirm the timing. Operator from the spawn barrier to here. Gonna be 2.5 seconds. Less than. It's 2.5 seconds. The enemy here is gonna be... Okay, so I think it should be okay. Should be okay because we are gonna be on-swinging the enemy. So unless we get rushed, it's gonna be fine. This is gonna be our target, essentially. So maybe I'll even put like another one here or something. Just something to let us, yeah. Something to let us, you know. Okay. And that's gonna be the 3rd. That's gonna be like 1 position, basically. So let's even put it like here. Let's do this. Nah, let's just leave it like that. Alternatively, actually, let's make sure we abuse any area here. That's gonna be better. That's gonna be better. Okay. Next up, what else do we want to abuse? Well, multiple things actually. We could abuse this off angle, which I think I don't want us to abuse this off angle here. And then we can dash. Potentially end up on top of this instead. So once we dash, we should be able to get to this box. It's just change the color of this. Actually, let's keep it white. Keep this on top. Is there a background I can change? Nope. Or is there? Oh yeah, maybe there is. Oh, what did I just do? Oh shit. Okay. Where? Okay, whatever. Let's just do it like that then. Do it like that. Track size. Okay. That's gonna be our playbook, essentially. And then for the mid area, honestly, it's pretty obvious how we'd want to play mid. For the mid, we could hold the left side, but the right side is more important. So what he's doing is fine here. So I think that's gonna be our play. Actually, no. Change this to be right in the middle. Because the point is not for it to necessarily be a good angle. The point is for it to be something that will force him out of this shitty habit, right? So that's gonna be it. It's gonna be it. Actually, let's also abuse this. We're also gonna want to abuse this angle here. Okay. That's it. That is going to be his playbook. It's a very positional playbook, but it is going to force him to actually make use of his abilities in some way. Is there any way I could make him use... Actually, his smokes, I guess it's something that he can practice on the attack half. But this is going to be it, I think, for him. This is going to be what I'm going to want him to do on every single map. So I think... 1, 2, 3. Is there any other positions I could make him exploit? Maybe this position, actually. This is also an okay position. Okay. That's gonna be it, I think. And then actually... No, this position. This one. Oh, yeah. And then we dash. And then we dash. When we dash, we go here. Let's get chest dash. I don't think we need to dash, but the point is that I want him to use his dash in a way that's more useful. And then we could maybe updraft. And go up. And reposition. Let's get this triangle. Okay. It's gonna be fine. Okay. That is gonna be his playbook, pretty much. All right. What a long pause. I think I'm gonna skip past the rest of the defense half. I think I pretty much got it down. Also, more thing. I think that's a good I mean, this is something I should have done earlier, but like if I'm still not like, you know, comfortable, or if I'm still not like so experienced, you know, with this coaching thing, then obviously this is shit that like I'm gonna pick up with time, you know, and you know, it's like it's about time, right? To actually, you know, kind of fixate on this shit. But like, you know, the point is I can't just, you know, I can't just keep doing the same shit of like analyzing these VODs and not making the person do anything, right? Like that's kind of the thing, right? That's what makes it pointless. So I think you know, for people like Jin, or even or Brimstone, Ein, it's not gonna be the best idea to make it where they don't have to do anything, right, after these VOD reviews. So they do have to do some homework. I don't know why it skips by like 2 seconds or 1 second. It's bugged out. Okay, why?
You
Why
guys
are we holding this?
That could be.
We have 2 elevations to worry about, the high and low. If it's the high and they don't crouch us, we leg shot them and we don't kill them. If it's the low and they crouch us, we also don't kill them. Yeah, I'm skipping past this entire defense half now because I think I already covered everything that he needs to do. The main one being this one. This is the most important by far. Let's skip the entire. See 6. Where does attack start? What's 8 plus 6? What is 8 plus 6? 8 plus 4, 12. Okay.
You're stealing it from
Good pre-fire. Very good pre-fire.
There.
We have smoke. We have smoke.
There.
We have smoke. We can use a smoke to cross instead of wasting time. So, as we're pushing, so let's just take a picture of that and send it to them. Let's just make it a bit bigger. It's the other way around. Shit. Okay, and now coming back to this. Why don't we just smoke this? Something like that. And just push the bomb site. What's stopping us from doing that? Like, genuinely? What is the problem with that? Maybe a bit closer like that. Since your controller is not smoking in time, so. And then we just proceed to go on our way. Just like that. And how do we want to route it? Really depends on us. We can go left, clear this, or we can go right, ignore the right side and just clear that instead. How you want to play about it depends on you. I would... Is my cat meowing? I think my cat is meowing. I personally would not worry about the right side, because most players are not going to be there, but Initiator utility should be helping you out with that. So, you really need Initiator util. In which case, this should be the routing with Initiator util. This also makes sure that you're not going to get killed from this spot. Someone peeks you out here, you're not going to die. So yeah, you know, teammates should be holding it, but you never know. You never know. Okay. All right. The one downside of routing like this is obviously you're going to be exposed to this line, I think. I don't know if the diagram is accurate or not, but the controller smokes should be up. So.
Yeah,
And
maybe
this is
one
just
up.
coming out to be a really shitty round because of that.
Fuck.
Pam, pam, pam.
I swear
Oh,
it's
this
skipping
one.
by like 1 second for some reason.
Blisse.
Yep. Mid with a
Okay, the mistake we made was that our teammates are not creating any pressure. The enemies have no information on us. We're not giving the enemy any incentive to look away from these angles. And the jiggle we did was also really bad. If we expect the enemy to have long-range fights, long-range guns, we want to jump spot. And even if we give ourselves away, we're already giving ourselves away, so we may as well just jump spot at this point. Jump spot, don't jiggle like that, peeking right into the enemy's crosshair, it's not good. Ideally, what we want to do is just wait for our teammates. Unless the plan is to make noise on A and go B. But if that's the case, our Brimstone needs to do something. We need our Brimstone to do something. So what our Brimstone can do is, if he starts with us, he can smoke and just insta-rotate. So he can literally smoke from like here or some shit. Cast range for the smokes is, oh, really far. Okay, so we can literally be here. We can start here. And we can place a smoke really far away. And we can use the smoke to essentially deny the enemy the information here, right? And after we deny this information, our Brimstone can then rotate, and then we can hit the B site, and then Jin will be inserted onto the bomb site, allowing them to lurk, essentially. Alternatively, we could throw this kind of smoke. And this will essentially allow us to also cross to the left side, potentially. Let's see how... like that. I will... Can't really be placed properly. That's kind of a shame. So I think that this smoke will be fine then. Because I'm just thinking, okay, can we somehow separate the site line of sight so that in case there's an enemy on site, we will not be seen if we decide to go to the left side, right? That's kind of my idea, but I think can't really be done. Unless we throw it like that, actually. If we throw the smoke like that, the side guy will not see you, but then the line of sight will be here, so... yeah, tricky. So this is literally the best smoke throw in that case. Unfortunately. Maybe you could get it out like that, so that maybe we can still cross to the left side afterwards. And the smoke will still shield you if there is an enemy, but you are going to be seen from sight, so... yeah, so... Ein can totally just smoke this. You make noise, use like just some smoke or something, and then you push. Like the enemy will be forced to reposition, right? And yeah, then you can hit the bomb site, and then the rest of the team can group up and hit the bomb site, and you can proceed to lurk. Pretty slowly, but it's still going to be a lurk, right? So after you get here, you can just, just play slowly, push up. After your teammates make noise, the enemy will start rotating. After you hear them rotating, you can then, push up behind them. And the reason this flank works is because you do get this line of sight here. You did have a classic, but even with a classic, you can still create some pressure. So yeah, you might be able to get a kill here from behind the enemy after you peek this. Even if they're all the way up here, or even in rope, right? Even if they go up with the rope, you're still going to be able to see them somewhat. So, yeah, just trying to get a kill, fall back, reposition. If they don't destroy the doors, you can go through mid and take up some other off angles here, or you can go through here instead. Just something to just stay behind the enemy, but still get some closer range fights after making noise here and after trying to apply some pressure from behind the enemy here. And like in the moment, all you should be thinking about, okay, how can I be useful to my teammates? And one way to do it is just to distract the enemy, right? Lurk up behind the enemy, distract the enemy.
Wait.
But apart from
No.
that, you do need to have a set plan. You need to, have an idea what you want to do. With a classic, you can't do much. With a classic, you may as well just assume you have a knife, Especially if it's going to be a long-range fight, long-range angle that you're going to be peeking. It really is no different. Like, if it's such a long-range angle as that Sky held on you, it doesn't even matter if you have a knife out or not. You're just gonna die there anyway. Like,
Wait.
You're dead, so...
Rebound area.
I feel like it doesn't skip by 5 seconds. I don't know why.
Save reveal.
We're pushing up, great.
Just wait for smoke.
But if the enemy's popping the smokes early, I'm asking myself, okay, does that mean they have information on the A side / mid? Or are they just burning the smokes early and they don't actually have any information on the other map areas?
One is leaving, one is
That's kind of
leaving.
my question. If one is leaving, that means they probably don't have information on the other map areas, which means that we can actually commit to the bomb side. That smoke is actually working in our favor here then, which is perfect. That's perfect, but we need to come out. We need to come out, please. Please, let's entry. Please,
Like
please, I
4
pray.
seconds, 3,
I pray.
2,
I'm praying with one hand right now. I'm praying. Please, let's push up. Let's push up. Please. Okay, Ein, you need to smokes. Please do proper smokes. Please, I beg. I beg. Oh my god. This is so sad. Okay. Hopefully we don't die to that. But okay. Okay. One could be elbow. Okay now. Okay, we got good position. Good position.
One going. Oh, here, watch out, out.
Good position. Almost good position, actually. You just need to be in the corner. Behind us. But okay. Are they really not gonna peek at this moment? What the hell is happening?
One enemy remaining.
Okay, good updraft. Yes, we can do this updraft. Let's go. Yeah,
that
knife
worked.
out, knife out. Beautiful. Okay, now the round is won. Again, that was perfect. We
Wait
pushed
for
out.
wait for Fader, Will. Just
Beautiful.
yes,
Beautiful.
didn't whiff it.
Now we push. Yeah, the enemy is so dumb. Let's go.
One's going mid, watch out. Sova.
Told him to
Go,
not
go,
to-
go, go, go. What are we stopping for? What are we stopping for? Push CT. Good, push CT, push CT. Good, 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 good. Because we're low, We need to catch timing here, because we're low. We don't have heals. We're holding for LeBron James again,
One
but that's
front, one
fine.
front.
And this is a decent spot. We probably don't get cleared here. Oh, okay. We fell asleep. What are these reaction speeds here? Let's time it. Let's time the reaction speeds. Let's time it. 'Cause that was so fucking slow. It's like we were sleeping. Okay. Let's time it. From the second their gun is visible. So here their gun is visible. I'll be right back. Okay, continuing. We fell asleep. If we're gonna fall asleep like that, our crosshair does need to be wider. Good spot. Maybe a shorty would have been better, you know, for the close range angle, but yeah. It happens, it happens.
God. Oh wait. Free Epstein, bro.
Get out of my way!
Jet ulted. The enemy jet ulted. This signifies that they are either pushing an angle or they're trying to fight with their clove. They're pushing an angle. You can jump up on the boxes. Good, good. We can crouch jump onto them.
Oh my god.
Mid.
Take Modi.
Blocking sight. I got the spike.
Ooh.
Blocking sight.
Yeah.
That's right on you.
Last player.
Okay. Were we low already? Yeah, we were low already. Don't say- wait. Wait. Nah. That's so unlucky. 85?
Player standing. Spike
What is
down
this
A.
bullshit?
Headshot, body shot. 3 body
Top
shots? That's so unlucky, but nah, we need to respond to this shit faster, dude. Like, the enemy jet wants to fight. Like, we need to be so ready for it.
Play fix, play fix. Don't have nothing.
Like, we legit we need to swing way more as well. We have a Marshall, we have less to lose, so we can be swinging more and being a bait for our Brimstone. You need to understand that, like, you're not gonna win these fights. Like, all you can do is body shot them, so
Fix.
it's not too great.
Reyna pushes, I think.
Yeah, one's gonna be close here. It's gonna be close. Now we need to look towards main. They are not gonna swing us from here, but they are gonna swing us from here. And now we're just enabling a timing where, like, we can get basically peeks from the right side as we kill the guy from the left side. Like, instead, we wanna, at this point, we wanna pre-aim the right side, and then as we push up, we wanna then move our cursors over to the left side. This is not great, but we have chamber with us now, so it's not as bad.
Yeah, we'll go B slow.
Oh, shit. Shit.
Let me know. Can you smoke?
I'm not in the range.
Yeah, we just can like
And
fix
it would be great for us to be able to be pre-aiming the top here as well.
peace
But
and sit.
whatever.
One's coming B.
Okay, good
Flash
shot.
up. I can flash. Oh, okay.
Push up, take timing. Push up, take timing. Not like that. What do we have to help us on the push? Is there anything to help us on this push? Perhaps we can smoke, perhaps we can smoke, perhaps we can use our smoke to smoke and take a nice fight. That's not a dry fight. Out of the fucking smoke. Just a suggestion, you know? Because usually when we dry peek smokes into the enemy, we will lose. That's why. That's how we will lose. I think we still win the round, but that was very unnecessary.
Yeah, sure.
Wait.
Smoke's down.
Seals entry, let's seals entry. Shit smokes again from the fucking first brother. Brother, please, no. Doesn't the tiger literally go over the smokes? Like, he goes over these smokes, but he doesn't go over the general smokes. Okay. That's so bad, dude. And also, does this even need to get smoked? You know, that's kind of the question. I think I would on eco, at least. Oh my god. And this smoke is actually fine. Like, it's just it's not good in the moment. you know, because like this smoke denies us space backside, which means that the enemy can still push us and pick us out like that. So it's not great. It's definitely not great. We want to take space somehow. So if we are going to take space, first of all, we need to do it quickly. Second of all, we need to have some way to deny the enemy the peaks here. Alternatively, we can do this. But we need to route backside in that case. And also that does mean that this smoke will make more sense. So if we can take more space, perhaps we have some strong abilities. This is good. If we don't have any strong abilities, this is better. And I don't know about the smoke, to be honest. Maybe there's some gameplay we can see where they smoke properly with the second smoke, but I'll just go for this. Really, like, you don't really need to take backside in these ranks. It's great if you can, but yeah, maybe we can have some exact mollies here as well, perhaps. Stone molly. This would be fine. This would be great. Just to deny the enemy the peak here. Or alternatively, you know, smoke here, but molly that, you know. If you molly this, then we can then focus on this angle, so that if the enemy does come out of this choke point, they are peeking into this angle and this angle at the same time. So this makes the hold here a little bit better, but temporary. It does make it temporary. So yeah, I think I would smoke this because this is less temporary, right? Like here, if the enemy is coming out, also I would actually smoke it like this. I would actually smoke like that. The reason I'd smoke like that is because then you can hold the smoke from here. Which makes it much easier to hold, essentially. Much easier to hold from like a different position. Because the enemy can still come out here and kill your teammates, right? And they're covered from you, but you can look this way as you're pushing towards the molly, and then you can just trade if they're like that instead. If they come out of the smoke, there's no area where they can sit in, but here they still have like a tiny pocket that they can shoot your teammates from. So, yeah. So, proper smokes are like this. Maybe a smoke on the molly here. And just, yeah, for the close smokes, we just want to do this. Very simple. Maybe even this, you know? Maybe not. I think it's risky enough for the enemy to peek out of the smoke just because of all these angles on the bomb side. Like, it's already like 90 degrees of angles that they can get peeked from. Here, 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 right? So it's already fine. This one's already fine. It's just this one that's like, you know, early into the push, all they have to worry about is this, right? They don't have to worry about this. They don't have to worry about this early on. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, right? I think I would still throw this smoke, maybe. Not too sure. I'll just put a question mark here for now. Yeah, terrible smokes. I don't know what the fuck we're doing. Like, do we realize we can literally just destroy the doors? Like, we can literally destroy the doors. Why would we smoke here? I don't know.
Launching smoke.
Bang.
Okay,
What's up with you?
like, dude, we're directly getting punished for throwing the smoke. Like, can we just not throw this fucking smoke, dude? Like, I can't. It's such a bad smoke for ranked. It's such a bad smoke for rank. It can't get any worse. You may as well just not smoke this, dude. You may as well just not smoke it. It's so fucking bad. You know what else it lets the enemy do? It lets them push out behind this cover. Like, into this edge of the wall and behind this cover. So this smoke can be disrespected so fucking easily. So fucking easily. You need to, like... Oh my god, dude. This is so bad.
Player standing.
We're on pistol again. We have ult though, so it's fine. I don't know if having knives here is a good idea. I would try and I would try and keep my knives for a little bit longer, because you don't know if your teammates are gonna die anytime soon. It would be ideal to be able to pick up their weapons and maybe save your ult for next round, you know.
Yes. Fucking same.
Or just for, you know, as backup. I don't know what the Sova is doing, but yeah, not much in this round. Right. The enemy already should know that we're just hiding from the recons. Also, you can just walk under the recon. That one doesn't even scan anything. That one you can just walk under. So we could have been peeking way earlier. Also, left side, left side, left side, left side, left side, left side. We did not clear the corner.
Wait a bit. Whoa, 80?
Why are we shifting?
Easy.
They saw us. Why are we shifting at this point?
The right side.
Your fear.
Watch it.
Terrible fucking smokes. Terrible.
Close.
We just keep doing the same bad
Go.
smokes. Like, are we really a controller player if we're not even aware of what our smokes are doing? Like,
So at least don't go with Marshall.
also, it's making me rewind by 1 second on each key press, which is just so annoying.
Get out of my way.
What is this bug? Oh my god.
Get out of my way.
Can we not request some utility from our Sova, like a dart? Maybe let the Reyna peek first, maybe let our chamber peek first. You don't necessarily want to die in these early areas of the maps, because then you're not going to be able to help your team on the entry. So in this particular scenario, I would be waiting for my Sova drone. I would be waiting for my Sova dart. I would be waiting for something. I would not be taking this 1v1 fight here with my piece of shit Reyna baiting, with my piece of shit chamber baiting. She's so late on this peak. She's so late. She's way too late. This would not happen in high elo. But, you know, as long as you're in low elo, it's gonna happen where, like, yeah, you're gonna take this fight with all your teammates behind you, literally all of your teammates behind you, but they're not going to trade you. They're going to be too slow. Why? Probably because they're licking walls. They're trying to take this fight here from on top, but it just misses the timing. So yeah, this shit is gonna happen. And now the Reyna should dismiss and just stay alive. So there's no hope for a trade whatsoever. Unless she re-peaks and gives us another opportunity. Oh, but look. She gets another kill, dismisses.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, you repeat that. Oh,
Okay.
okay,
And that's mostly our fault for just not letting you know, our teammates take the fight first. Or not letting the Sova drone take the fight. Or not letting the Sova dart get destroyed, you know? And then just speaking of the Sova dart, would be enough of an advantage to where maybe you'd win that fight, you know? Because now, maybe your crosshair placement wouldn't be perfect, but the enemy Reyna's crosshair placement would also be thrown off. So you'd actually have better odds of winning that. Because you have to keep in mind, that was basically a 1v1 fight. You should not expect your teammates to actually follow up behind you at an optimal timing, so, yeah.
Oh, somewhere.
Okay.
We're AFK, alright.
Oh, low. Kinda low.
Stim beacon here.
Now, it's kind of unlucky that we were AFK, because destroying the Fade Eye would have been pretty nice. It would keep the Fade from rotating. even though we have been dodging her Fade Eye, it would still at least establish presence, you know, and then basically make it where, like, okay, the Fade knows that there's probably some enemies lurking up on the Fade Eye, but if we destroy the Fade Eye, well, you know, that just completely, you know, guarantees that the enemy Fade gets information that there's at least one in B main, as opposed to 1 to 5, right? Or 0 to 5, sorry. So, like, you're giving the enemy Fade information so that she can actually stay in B main, because of the possibility that you're just, you know, you're all just shifting up B again. But maybe this time you just decide to destroy the Eye instead.
Reloading.
As duelist, we should push
One's here,
something.
one's here.
Okay. We killed someone mid. We killed their controller. So now we can reset. We can regroup. Maybe we can go push the A site. But we really need to create pressure now for our Sova, because our Sova is about to die the same way we died in one of the earlier rounds, where they held like this long range angle on us. So we really need to speed up here.
Here, what's up?
We really need to speed up.
Your fault.
Nice.
No,
Sure.
we can't go back.
Night night.
Nice.
I mean, this is fine because like the timings were unexpected, but now we might die from behind. This is really risky now. Really fucking risky.
Don't push here, please. For fuck's
We're
sake.
so likely to die from behind.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Okay, I don't know what this Fade was doing, but okay,
one.
I guess this Fade did not rotate after all.
Spawn, no?
I was here.
Mm.
Here.
Okay, our cross replacement is off. First of all, we're yet again just aiming for LeBron James. Second of all, we stop on the on angle. We don't necessarily want to do that. Maybe we want to just peek just ever so slightly. Maybe we'd want to go wide. Maybe we'd want to smoke this and then, you know, threaten across, you know, to the right side over here. And then the enemy will basically have no choice but to be wary of their back at all times. So we don't necessarily have to go for this fight immediately. We can wait for them to try and cross over to where our Reyna is holding. And then we can swing them, you know? But here we're just taking a straight fight, and we've not really done anything. We just took a straight fight, and potentially lost us the game, you know? Like, yeah, it's 5v1, but you never know. Maybe that's what this guy needed.
Do the same, do the same.
Get the other 4 kills. Just how you got the 3 kills.
I can...
If you wanna find.
Money.
Off. Oh, nice.
Spike down mid.
I would really push the operator here. They're stuck in the corner. If we destroy the doors, it's gonna be really easy for us to overwhelm them. But instead, we're just not doing anything, and we're wasting our dash again. I can't with you, dude. I can't with you. Why are we popping dash so fucking early? Operator.
Bro, what?
Down mid.
70, 80, 80, 80, 80 on Z.
Remaining.
80, 80 on Z. 80 on Z.
Why are we so unaware?
Take. Nice fucking math.
Okay.
I just wait for info. Maybe get a kill.
Okay.
I would go Odin. Like, I would honestly go Odin. We're not holding anything right now. Rotate.
Yeah.
Rotate. Fuck
I
mid. I
have
would just
minus
fuck
40
mid.
on Z, by the way.
I would just fuck mid because they are clearly wanting to commit to
Site
the
already.
A site. Yeah, especially after that.
Launching smoke.
I'll go out now.
Really?
They're not out.
No, might rotate, might
There's
rotate.
a trip. But I would re-clear. I would push up on the re-clear because we don't know if they're just cutting noise or if they're actually rotating to the B. I think at this point in time, so late into the game and it being overtime, there's a decent chance that the enemy is just cutting noise.
What's up, mate? What's up?
Also, us being a knife out mid is the most dumb thing I've ever seen. We're not clearing the corner behind us. We're just letting them swing us here on a timing. Like, what is happening, dude? Why are we like this? Why are we like this?
Spike planted.
Maybe.
Found them. Defeated.
Yes.
Blocking sight.
Stay alive in this
Reyna
mode.
dink tek.
Good pre-fire off the audio. Good audio pre-fire. Swing, 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 swing.
Oh my 80. Nice.
Launching smoke.
Ooh, bad spray.
Enemy remaining.
Nice. Fucking island. Let's go.
Together.
That was really good. It wasn't perfect, but it was really good. It was really good. The thing I would have done there is maybe ask my Sova to actually drone for me, and then I can peek off the drone, but, you know, like, small details. Smoking yourself to stay alive, great. You know, pre-firing the main smoke off of a footstep audio is great. Swinging out wide onto the bomb site on a timing is great. I don't think we were really aware that the Fade was committing to a crouch spray out in the open, but it's good that we did ultimately take that peek.
Again, go.
The peek onto main was a bit sloppy, but it's whatever. Like, at that point, you just win the round. Anyway.
Let's fake A.
So we're faking 8, right? Okay. Okay, this is just on your fucking brimstone, dude, at this point. Like, I can't, dude. Please, you fucking idiot, dude. Oh my god. This guy one-tricks fucking brimstone, but he doesn't even, like, one-way this shit, or does anything, really. Like, just smoke this, bro. Please. It costs you nothing to smoke this. I mean, yeah, it costs you a smoke, but you don't need all your fucking smokes, like, dude. Like, holy shit, dude. Like, just deny the enemy the mid info, dude. Like, what are we doing?
What? Where?
What, where? What, where? We're just so clueless, dude. We're so unaware. We're so fucking... Oh, now we smoke. Now we smoke. Okay, it happens. It happens. I was about to say we need to get some clean kills here, just very clean fights, and then we win. But yeah, no, that just happens. That's unlucky. That's really unlucky. But if the plan was to fake A, then we did need to do something to actually fake A. Like, can we listen to the plans, please?
Last player standing.
And this is his opportunity, but he did not win that. Unlucky.
Think.
It's a mental block.
Or maybe fake stage hedge.
They can cross. We have a chamber trip, so it's fine. We can just hold the right side. It's fine. But we kind of need to jiggle it.
B. Nice.
There's no need to, like, preem it at that point, because they would have already pushed past.
Oh, there's the... Yeah, big one B.
Okay. The smoke does give you space. Like, the smoke gives you space, so...
Spike planted.
Oh, just give it. Oh, what the fuck?
This Fade is dumb. Oh, no, you wasted the opportunity here. Oh, shit. Okay, you need to push out that smoke on the retake. Into the corner here. Pre-aim the guy on site. And then flick back to this guy. Like, you have cover here. This is nice cover. This is nice cover. You can isolate this angle and then this angle. Very easy. So you can isolate this angle, and then after you pre-aim to this angle, you strafe wide so that you can take care of the guy pushing you out of the smoke. But instead, we take the on angle here, and we waste the opportunity of killing the clove, or trading your Sova.
Dead drop.
Still in sight.
So we could have single-handedly won us the round here if we took that timing to go further. After
Nice.
Instead, yeah, we're just taking these difficult straight duels here,
Smoke's down.
and we wasted the opportunity. Shit.
Blocking sight.
Watch out drop.
Player standing.
Yeah, no. This entry pathing also doesn't work. In this case, you need to play with your brimstone first of all. They're obviously gonna push out of drop, so You have no other choice here but to play with your Brimstone. You can't really use utility because he's gonna die at any moment because he's just ignoring the enemy jet.
Blocking sight.
He's all alone. He's gonna take a straight fight here. I don't know why he's forgetting about the enemy jet though. Why did we forget about the enemy jet? The enemy jet is 140 as well.
Blocking sight.
So we just need to shoot her. We just need to shoot the jet.
Watch out drop.
Player standing.
No.
I told you.
Why are we surprised that the jet peeked out of the smoke? I'm so confused. I don't need.
Jet will play up.
Fate reveal. Wait for the fate reveal.
Yeah. No fate. Oh, they're pushing. If the okay. I think there's a enemy Reyna or enemy jet that are pushing up here. Enemy Reyna or enemy jet are pushing up the main.
Oh,
think it's gonna be enemy
One
Reyna.
spirit here. Wait.
Enemy Reyna is pushing.
Here. No, he's
He's baiting out the peaks. So it's possible they're playing a bait play here. And one guy is in the corner.
Enemy B.
Low.
Yeah, the enemy Reyna not pushing is kind of funny though, because they literally have a dismiss. They
Oh,
can
very
push
low.
that.
Reyna very low.
Let's clear the corner.
And
Clear
damn
the
very
corner.
low.
Good
Let's go.
clear. Okay.
Make shot Reyna.
But like I did read it was the enemy Reyna after all, so because obviously Fate wouldn't play with her duelists, like it's kind of backwards, but the Fate is just getting early info. The duelists are going opposite of where the early info is. And yeah, so like someone has to fill in the defensive gap on the B side, and it would most likely be a Reyna or a Jet.
Can you smoke mid?
It wouldn't be like the enemy Clove because obviously she needs to smoke either sides. It would not be the enemy Sky necessarily because I don't even know what the Sky is doing honestly. Like where the fuck is the Sky? I think she just primarily plays somewhere on the A side or something. But yeah, it would just be the duelist fighting early, of course.
Wait, I can flash. Wait.
That's the kind of elo this is. Oh, unexpected angle from the Clove, but you got it.
So help me.
Good jiggle as well, because if the enemy jet was on an up angle, you're dead. Unless you jiggle like that to bait out the shots, so very good. Here we need to be careful. Good jiggles again, yeah.
Blocking sight.
Ah, yeah. Okay, this is where ideally we would have needed our Sova. I mean, because here's the issue with these angles, is as you're pushing, you have so many angle threats to worry about. You have this to worry about. You have this to worry about. You have this to worry about, right? They can be behind these boxes here. You have this to worry about, this peak, obviously, and you have, obviously, you removed this threat, but this is also a threat. So, we need the initiator utility to clear this out. So, we need our Sova, who's on the A side, to clear this out for us. How can he do that? He can do it very easily. It's very easy, actually. So, no matter where he sends the dart, it's most likely going to scan everything. Most likely going to scan every single angle. So you don't need to worry about all these threats here. So this threat goes out the way, this threat goes out the way, this threat goes out the way. This threat also technically goes out the way, so we're going to have smokes to pre-aim. This is how it should be, right? And perhaps if we establish like the precedence with our Sova that like he needs to be supporting us on the pushes, then maybe he would have darted for us.
Sight.
But instead he's just solo pushing. But look, at this point, after he catches this timing, we can wait for our Sova to... Okay, now we can literally ask our Sova to dart this area for us.
Blocking sight.
Also, we knew the jet was here because they were on the minimap. When could you have looked at the minimap? You could have looked at the minimap literally before peeking this. Literally before peeking this, we could be looking at the minimap to see that the jet is here, and they might most likely peek us here. It's very unlikely that there is going to be enemies here in the first place in any of these corners because, well, you know, we already killed 2 on the A side.
One enemy remaining.
It's also kind of on our Brimstone for giving the enemy this cover because if you're split pushing, you don't want to smoke off like the routing you'd take if you were to split push. So if you're taking this routing here, right, split pushing this way and this way, you don't want to smoke there because that makes it where the enemy doesn't get sandwiched. Instead, it makes it where the enemy has cover to fall behind. Like you're giving them space around the smoke to play around. So it's not a good smoke. Really is not. A better smoke would be the one you threw. So if we could have our brimstone, just throw, this smoke, that would have been perfect. Or like a smoke like this. Would have been fucking perfect. It would have been great. But no, like, we just don't throw that smoke. For whatever reason. Instead, we throw this one. Like, come on. Like, how long have we been playing Brimstone for, dude? How long have we played Brimstone for and we still don't know the smokes?
Nice. Fighting.
This is like
Oh. Over time.
Guys, my mouse is stuck in the middle of the screen. I can't buy. What the fuck?
Alt tab. I don't know.
I can't. It doesn't work for real. I thought. Oh fuck. Shit.
Why are we so passive? Why are we so
The way.
Our Sova is a fucking duelist. I love this shit. Yo, our Sova is goated. I know that our Sova has like a low win rate, but he's got the idea, dude. It's bad it's terrible execution, but he's got the idea. He just needs to send that dart behind the enemy, and then like that peak is gonna be good.
Yeah.
So funny.
Go back.
Decently fast rotate.
I
If
got
we could
the
go
best
help our Reyna.
player.
Too late. Too late to help the Reyna.
Spike planted.
Okay. Can we pop dash here but go wide? Can we learn from our mistakes?
Yes.
Okay, we're learning from our mistakes a little bit. Just a little bit. Good. Now we can swing
Nice.
an angle here. They could have seen our weapon. Yeah, behind the block.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Blocking sight.
Not
Oh,
behind the block.
defuse. Nice. Oh my god, I wanna climb. I wanna.
Yeah, dude.
Should I
Not the best,
default
not the
or
best
we
round,
push
but it
back?
was decent. It was decent. Just
I'm gonna try to let the fate reveal scan.
Double middle.
Fun.
Oh fuck. Shit.
And the reason it was decent is because we
Yeah.
could ultimately rotate like the moment the enemy Reyna threw her leers out. However, if we have our Sova getting early info on B, there's only two options for us to do. We either start mid or we start with our Sova, because we can use the information of the Sova dart to know that the enemies are, pushing B side. We can know that pretty early as a result. So what we're doing right now is we're doing nothing, and there's no reason for us to be in this like corner of the map. This corner of the map is useless to be in on defense. Like, why are we here? This is the longest possible rotate to the A site, and we're not supporting our Sova here. We're hoping that our Sova just falls back instead of overcommitting to the fights. I would be playing close with my Sova, or I would be mid, playing for rotates to either sides. I would not be in the middle of that, doing neither things. There's just more important things to do.
The best player.
Benstein. Benstein.
Yes.
Match.
See, maybe.
Let's see how we play this.
I think Sky's low.
The one way, you can use the one way to...
Is anyone mid?
One is mid. Here.
Stay there, stay there, stay there.
It's a good lurk spot, especially if they don't destroy the doors. They don't destroy the doors. It's a good lurk spot. Good lurks. We need to create more pressure. We're not creating any pressure, so that's resulting in.
Blocking sight.
Can we not destroy the doors and push up B after that? Why are we going A? We need the initiator util here. This is so risky. We don't clear the left side corner. Why are we scared of the bomb site? Can we actually go to the bomb site? It's so frustrating seeing a duelist player just solo mid for no reason whatsoever. Like, okay, yeah, we might catch the rotates or the lurks through mid, but is it actually worth it as opposed to prioritizing the bomb site? Like, bro, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it.
30 seconds left.
Alright,
Well.
Nice.
One was mid.
Mid.
So again, we start extremely passively.
Mid.
We don't even spam.
Okay, okay.
Hey, in mid.
We can take the timing here. Yeah. We can take the timing. No one's holding us. No one's holding us. No one's holding us.
I go
No
help
one's
Sova.
holding us. Knife out. Knife out.
Mid, someone mid.
Nice.
One was mid. Care.
Okay.
I can flash. Wait.
They're not. Okay.
Spike planted.
Fuck me, bro. Cave already.
Okay.
Last
No
player
trade from
standing.
the Reyna. Unlucky. This is fine, but if we want to make use of that lurk, we need to actually take the right timing. We need to be knife out because otherwise it's too slow. Like if they're gonna rush the A side, you're gonna be too slow on the push there.
Planted.
And in the end, it just turns out to be a regular push where you did not catch anyone with their backs to you. So for next time, we just need to be much faster on that kind of flank. But you know, it's like I just wouldn't do that in the first place. I would just be ready to rotate and just play normally, you know. Maybe start in A-Link in the first place because that's what the Radiant Jets do. So,
Fuck me, bro. Cave already.
but like
Last.
Cave already. Me, bro.
we have so much utility, bro. Like after this kill, why don't we just updraft? Why don't we smoke ourselves?
Cave already.
Sorry, before this kill. Why don't we smoke off, you know, one angle? Like, we need to be ready for these situations. We need to have a set, you know, protocol for every single situation to maximize our chances of winning. And in this case, the protocol is literally just, you know, smoke off this angle. Smoke, like, it's not even like a complicated thing. Okay, we died from this spot. Okay, next time let's smoke it, you know? Next time let's just smoke it. Let's see, you know, how things go after we smoke this consistently. Like, my god.
Already.
Last play.
Like, every little death that you experience, like, it should be some kind of opportunity for you to, like, learn something. Especially the worse you are at the game, the more there is to learn.
Player
So,
standing.
Okay.
Hey.
yeah.
Alright.
Well.
This
Flash right.
We're entering.
Enemy
Good entry. Beautiful. This is just our Brimstone's fault for the smoke.
Nice.
The amazing smoke. Wonderful smoke.
Wait, Sova.
Our Sova is lurking. Very nice.
We have a really good position.
Not much of a lurk now. They could expect it, but it's fine.
Launching.
okay, let's
Was it a draw? It was a draw. Yeah, you should have won that. You should have won that, definitely.
I love wasting an entire. I love wasting a full hour on
It's not a waste if you actually had fun. That's the thing.
playing the game.
If you had
And
fun,
gaining.
if you had fun, and if you ended up just smiling at the end, you're the winner essentially. Like, yeah, it's a draw, but you know, ultimately you're still the winner if you just had fun and enjoyed yourself. I think coming back to the tracker stuff, did my predictions regarding it come true? Not really. No. Like ultimately our Reyna bottom fragged, our Sova was able to get some kills. He'd have a good game, like he did have a decent game. Did we need to pay attention to our chamber a little bit more, yeah, we actually did. We actually did. So some of it, came out to be true. Maybe we did need to pay attention to like what our chamber is doing a little bit more often and trying to make use of that, to try and maximize our chances of winning. Not his chances of winning, but our chances of winning. Because like if he continues on to playing the same way he's done in that game, who knows if he's gonna rank up or not. He probably won't. But yeah. Okay, I mean, good VOD overall. I already gave my feedback, I think. Most of it, is like most of it is like kind of just Brimstone's fault, honestly. Like why is it making me? Oh my god. Okay. So this is the main smoke to confirm. All right. That's about it, I think. I don't like pushing this side because you're always exposed to this peak here unless you're split pushing. So I'll just go onto the bomb side, focus on the bomb side. That's about it, really. Most of it was actually kind of feedback to the Brimstone, which is funny. All right. I think this was a decent VOD. This was an okay VOD. It was pretty long. The Immortal player's VOD is probably gonna be just as long, maybe a bit longer. Depends on the length of his VOD. I'm obviously not gonna go through it now. But let's see what games he sent me here. Comcast, Cypher new map, Jet split, Jet game, Chamber game with pro players. The 2 games. Oh no, so this is the main VOD, I guess. The main VOD being Cypher. Let's see all of them. See this one? 25 minutes, alright. Let's see this one. Let's see what it is. 33 minutes, alright. And let's see this one. 32 minutes. Okay, so all relatively short VODs. Should take me roughly just as long. 2 hours and 30. It is getting hot now, so it's good that I'm finished with the VOD now, because it is getting fucking hot. Okay. Okay. I would actually smoke like this because it does kind of deny the enemy this cover here. They are forced out into the corner, so yeah. Not much else to say. All right. Maybe we look into some smokes. How's that? Look into some smokes for extra summit. Let's see. This week? Nope. This month? Let's see. We are looking for smokes placements by Radiance. Why is it slow-mo? Ah, the Radiants are also smoking like that. That's so sad. Brother in Christ. This is so sad. But notice how the Fade is routing. The Fade is routing where she can hold this smoke and then they can hold that smoke. So she's actually kind of safe as long as these smokes are up. But they are clove smokes. So ultimately they're not going to last very long. And then she's going to have to either go into this corner or fall back.
That's hit 70.
And she's going to fall back, I believe. Are we going to fall back? No, because of the Cypher Cage. So, okay. But now she's falled back, so.
Like that before.
So that's a little bit unfortunate that we don't get the proper smokes. Let's see maybe Summit Smoke Guide.
Let's go B.
Charlatan. Let's see if he talks about smokes in the guide. Timestamps. Summit Guide and the best agent. Why is it slow-mo? I don't get that. So...
The map looks beautiful. Around where you tell you can really pivot the rounds into so many different directions. If enemies are not guarding this area of the map, or we kill the enemies in A short, winning the rounds on Summit really becomes a lot easier. Even if you don't end up on the A site, you can always send one flanker, one lurker going through this area of the map. And if that guy takes, you know, this part of the map as well, I mean, we can literally pivot the rounds however we want. This is where the game becomes just fight up front, go out with the flashes, with the recon abilities, dash, molotov, you know, whatever. And you're just fighting the enemies mainly in these two choke points. You close the doors, what can enemies do? You know, like, and we clear this, dodge the, and something, because on the A side, make short, you know, you really want to have a smoke for this cross and for that position. On the left side, you usually want to have some kind of a flash, some kind of a stun, or some kind of a recon ability that is denying the enemy's vision.
Yeah, I think basically the idea is that because of the Omen Blind, you are able to take the space. And because you're able to take the space, this smoke does become much more effective. But if you're not able to take the space, then yeah, it's like you may as well just do the close smokes in that case.
Here and
I think a single smoke should be fine.
You know, revealing the enemies, obviously. And the second smoke, you know, on this map you can really improvise quite a lot. At least on this bomb site. Like, what you can do, especially if the enemies are playing some kind of an eco or halberd round, you can simply do a smoke for the short, deep smoke for the CT, right here, and just fight for the space. You literally don't need any other smoke setup. We're just cutting off enemies' rotations, cooking up the enemies in the...
Yeah, but this is on the enemy eco. I believe I have these smokes listed, however. Actually, I don't have this smoke. Or this smoke, actually. I forgot about that smoke as well. But I have all the smokes here on the B side, so let's just add these on. Don't smoke here. Split push. Let's make it semi-transparent. And we can also smoke here. If enemies on eco. Yeah, sorry, it's on your eco. Because the one way just really nicely denies the space, and if the enemy does picos, they are going to be in the one way, or they're going to have to overextend over here towards this box, so we do get some nice close range fights. Okay. These two smokes, if you're pushing through mid onto the A side. Like either way, even if the enemy isn't upping, you might want to smoke this anyway. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Link, and that's it. Other smoke setups, you know, and then executes on this map, it's really gonna depend on the team composition. Like that is it. Apply the pressure short and then pivot. Because, you know, execute are not pretty much just stand on this platform right here, line yourself up with this line and put your crosshair a bit more to the right side. In the aim-in, you know, if enemies give you this default smoke right here, you can pretty much develop some kind of a lineup from this.
Yeah, I already have this lineup, I believe, but I can't remember it, so I need to save it. I think it's top of the hood with sleeve, maybe. I'm not too
from
sure.
This corner, like essentially, you can line yourself up with this part of the wall right here, and then spam that position there.
I don't know about spamming it. I think it's fine to just tap it a few times.
Just through this box that is fully spammable, destroy the... And, you know...
But I'll add this to the playbook. Just to make it a little transparent.
1 second before you go for the execute. The map is really gonna be a map.
Does he
If you're
talk
fine-
about the smokes
sunset,
on
most of
B?
uneven with that. That is what makes this support. You know,
Does he
Sage
talk about the smokes on B?
in, and only on the B side you have to do this. Where you tell it goes down. In ranked, we can pull to the top the here. Even if you know what's really good, then in the B main up with this part of the wall are not
Cool, but
pretty much
what about the
I say,
smokes?
like, many positions recon on B side. Like on this, we just be careful when it comes to the enemy's utility. If enemies have a lot of rest of the map sectors.
Let's ask AI. Timestamp for the smokes placement on summit. Where is that? Here.
You know, if you're pushing B side in some kind of a default way, it just seems logical for you to drop the deep smokes and you just fight for the whole site.
Very
you're
logical.
Dropping some kind of a paranoia flash and utility for the back side.
Yes.
Clearing the front side first.
If
then
you
from the
can.
front side,
If you
clearing
have the
drop,
utility.
and then planting the spike and getting in the post plant. But of course, like if you're struggling with the deeper executes, even
Yes.
just taking the,
Which is gonna be very common.
you know, this part of the site, like this sector number 1, is totally fine. Especially if you're playing some kind of an eco or halberd round. Like you can drop a smoke here,
Yeah.
drop a
And
smoke
here.
here.
Okay. Okay,
then-
this is what I was looking for.
Use utility only for the left positions.
Okay.
There. Teleport into this corner. And from this position, clear the base. And one of the default positions. Now, when it comes to the post plants on B side, there's 3-4 ways how you can play them. Like B side is built in a way where you can play the passive post plants. Like on the B side, that you can plant the spike, literally like here. Or in box here and call it a day. And then just from the main area of the map, spam the spike through the enemy smoke, and that's it. Also, what you can do on the B site is like you can plant the spike inside of this corner and also call it a day. But this position is a bit better because then, you know, we're not getting stuck in this corner and we're not exposing ourselves too much. Like you plant the spike here. Okay, that's fine. I just need to spam. That's it. Also, why this postman position is probably going to be one of the best postman positions for the spike because of a one-way. You can just drop a one-way like this, and now enemies are cooked.
And the one-way potential, even better.
Especially if you end up in a 1v1 or something like that. You see the spike diffuser, that guy is done. And that leads us to the mid. Drop a one-way like this, and now enemies are cooked. Did
I not paste the images? The hell? Okay, whatever.
Especially if you leads us to the mid. It is. I would usually.
Alright, that's it. That's all we need to know. So I was like 90% there to, yeah, to like the smokes playbook. So this is gonna be for Ein, mostly, but yeah, I'll also make sure everything is nice and visible and big. This should be simple enough. Alright. See what's up? See what's up? Can this be useful in any situation? And in the video I make 3 drops. Since the second one is the good one. Make no sound. I'm touching the ground, the third one is too late. Yeah, it's useful. Yeah, I love my wacky emojis. Okay. Maybe I'm use on retake. Also annoying. Maybe I did. Did I do the defense? I did kind of do the defense. I did not do the defense for Ein. Let's do the defense. Okay. For defense, there's this one-way smoke. This one-way smoke. There's this one. No, let's do this. Where's the molly? This molly. This retake molly. What else? There's also this retake molly, I guess. So fine. Yes. For smokes, we need to have smokes for main. Smokes for main, smokes for that, and of course, smokes for CT, or CT, sorry, elbow. I think it really depends if you want to leave this cubby or not. If you're gonna clear this cubby here, it's fine.